All right, I can't stand this, but it's just a blip. It's just a blip, and he'll overcome this. But the E. Jean Carroll defamation case did not go Trump's way, although I think it will on appeal. The whole thing is preposterous, as we've gone through the entire show. Did you know this, however? I already said that Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, was the prime funder of this. He gave money to E. Jean Carroll for her law case. You know that Reid Hoffman spent time on Lolita Island there with Jeffrey Epstein after Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of sexual abuse and assault himself? Huh, how about that? How about that one? All the richest and most important people in the world hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway, the whole thing is a disgrace. Rudy Giuliani joins us once again, former New York City mayor, and he's done a lot of work for Donald Trump on the legal side, and he's a big advocate and friend of Donald Trump. Welcome back, Mr. Mayor. Look, you heard what I said. Is it just a blip? I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's a blip, and I think it's completely absurd. You know, today I sent Ted, my colleague, over to Bergdorf. Do you know there hasn't been a rape in Bergdorf dressing room in 32 years? You know why?
Wait.
You know why?
What do you mean by that? 32 years ago was 1991.
Yeah, we went and interviewed the people at Bergdorf and asked them, has there ever been a rape here? And they said, no, there's never been a rape here. I've been working here for 32 years. You know why?
Ted just look, I know that this did not happen, but did Ted just ask some guy who was standing there? I mean, how did you,
No. Employees. We asked the employees, has there ever been a rape here? No. We went and looked at the dressing room. To do a rape in Bergdorf is like doing it in the open. You might as well do it in the open. It was totally ridiculous to think that a man like Trump, who was very well known, the minute he walks into Bergdorf, everybody's all over him. It's totally ridiculous to think that this rape took place.
We know that it is ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever. But now that they have ruled this way, this jury, and you know, Manhattan jurors, no friend of Trump. But look, what can he do in the grounds for appeal? What do we have there?
Excellent ground truth. First of all, he was found not liable for rape. He was found liable for the lesser offenses. There's an inconsistency in those two things. The only thing she accused him of was rape. So if they found that she was not telling the truth about rape, well, then isn't it inconsistent that she was telling the truth about the rest? And that gives you a grounds for appeal that the verdict is against the weight of the evidence. Secondly, the judge allowed testimony of what are called prior consistent activity, meaning the conversations that he had with Bush. Generally, that's excluded in the trial because its prejudicial effect is greater than its value. So the judge made that call. A appellate court could say that was too much and prejudiced the jury, particularly since they reached a rather inconsistent verdict. And I do emphasize the fact that he was found not liable for rape, even with the lesser standard. This is not a criminal trial. All she had to do is prove it by a preponderance of the evidence, not reason. She wasn't able to do that.
Well, look, the jury's totally out to lunch. I mean, I think what they actually said was assault, battery. It wasn't, I don't want to get graphic here, but it wasn't intercourse. It was something else. The whole thing is ludicrous. We know it didn't happen. It's disgusting, quite frankly. But let me ask you this. When Donald Trump was deposed in October of 2022, tell me about a deposition, because I watched the whole thing and I barely heard a peep out of any of the lawyers. Is that how a deposition works? I mean, there was like no objection, and it just kind of went on and on and on. And did you notice anything about that is noticeable?
Yeah, I do. I don't want to criticize his lawyers. That would be very different than a deposition. I don't think you're going to find a deposition I was ever at where I didn't do a lot of talking for my client and protecting of my client. There are a lot of things that should have been interrupted. Also, they should have taken the jury over to Bergdorf's and take a look at the space there to see if any sane person would commit a rape there. It's totally inconsistent with the idea that something like that would happen. I think that should have been done. Also, the history of that place should have been explored. The fact that that she took so many years to come forward with this.
Hey, did you see the article? I found an article where she said, "Oh, you're not good at this game. You have to think more like an evil person." She said, "I'm like a child." She said, "My job in life is to hook up with men." I mean, she is. And look, you can say all those things and still be the victim, right? But not this person. This does not add up. And you got to take the preponderance of the evidence. And I think they were all out to get Trump. I do. The whole damn system.
Well, they are. And I think there's a chance. Remember, this is a federal court. It's not the state court. So it's going to go up to a 3-judge panel of the Second Circuit. And there is, the odds are against it. Most cases don't get reversed. But there's a lot of error in the case. So there is there's a chance that it could be. Particularly the stark contradiction in the verdict. The verdict logically contradicts itself.
Yeah. You know, when they first said no on rape, I thought, oh wow, he won. He won. I was like, yeah, he won. But then it went the other way. It was very strange. The whole thing is sad, but we can't let it get us down. Look, they arrested him 5 weeks ago, and he seems to be getting stronger, and I think that's going to happen again.
Well, I think if that happens, then he's pretty much nothing can hurt him. Right. I expect it'll have a short, and then it'll pass away. Particularly as people reflect. Hey,
Mr. Mayor, I'm so sorry. We got to go. I'm out of time. Can you believe it? I shouldn't have gone on like I did, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I'll be right back.